Hello, my name is Tine. In this video I will try to fix my SONICARE toothbrush. I got this SONICARE for about 5 years now, and this will be the first time I need to open them. This is really amazing brush anyway. It's dirty expensive, but worth every penny. I already fixed few of them. Once I need to replace only the battery, but second one got a bigger problem. One of the part was broken, so I need to replace them. I contact Philips for the parts, but they don't sell any parts for that product, so I buy another broken brush for I think about $5 and fix it. Of course I didn't throw away the parts that left, so let's take a look if I can repair another brush with that parts. Let's see first where the problem is. Seems like the brush worked just okay until I exposed to the smallest force, so instantly when I touch the head of brush it stops vibrating. Actually vibrate with no effect at all. I need to open the brush now. If you don't open the brush right, you can damage the housing, so it won't be waterproof anymore, which is not okay. So let's take a look on old one first, how to open it. Here on button cover we can see two pins from the side. Well, that two pins hook into that two groove into housing. We just must free the two hooks and pull the entire brush out of housing. It's look hard to get out, but it's really easy, since the housing isn't round. We just need to squeeze the housing from two sides, and the other two sides will open just enough to release the hooks. Let's try to open my brush now. First I wrap the housing into a piece of fabric to not scratch them. Then with clamps squeeze the housing all around to release the parts. In a few years it can stick together pretty well. Then take big screwdriver which fit into that two grooves and turn cap few degree left and right so that will release the cap for sure. Now squeeze either side of housing, so front and back side, about 10 mm under the bottom, and then simply push two axes on top. Voila! Entire brush pop out of housing without any damage. And now I must diagnose the problem. Here on top is one important screw which holds the main axis. That screw can loosen, so it's first thing I check, but it's tightened well. Same problem. I digging deeper. That means that I need to desolder magnetic wires from electronic board. Then there's another two screws which hold the magnetic generator. After I unscrew them, we still can't remove generator out of structure. We need to bend steel a bit to get free space. After I got magnet coil out, I see a lot of steel dust on it, but I think that's not a problem. So I clean magnetic coil and the magnet on other side and continue searching for fault. I already removed the head before, but you can do it anytime. Simply unscrew it and pull it out. So the problem can be only in that part. This part converts the energy from moving magnet and supply head and further to brush with vibration. But it can't be opened, because the steel parts are welded together with laser. Brush is already broken, so I don't have anything to lose. I grind weld away, but still hold a bit, so I help splitting with a tiny screwdriver. We must grind and split on both sides, then the part can be opened easily. If you're afraid that you will not be able to assemble back together, mark the parts, make some photos or make notes, whatever. When I open this part of brush I instantly see the fault. You can see there under the screw is broken steel. That part holds the vibration axis into its place. So with that part broken axis move all around without effect. Now just hope that I got this part from an old brush. I got lucky. Last time I replaced that broken axis, but the part I need now is useful. So all we need to do now is replace that part and assemble back together. But all screw and nuts in this tool brush is secure with a thread lock, so if you hit them just a bit, it helps a lot. And also when you assemble it back together use a thread lock, because there are a lot of vibration and without a thread lock all the screw will loosen soon and stop working. We can see here where the dust comes from. The magnet was set too close to the magnetic coils and they touched together, until all the chrome was ground off the magnet. Brush was also pretty loud. If there are needs, clean the parts and then apply thread lock on screw and nut. Be careful with tiny brass parts, they fit only in one direction. Bottom parts got crimps to prevent nut free rotating, and the upper part got some kind of groove which fits into steel part. Be sure that everything fits together before tightening. I start assembly from the bottom side. Put a brass part and nut on its place and hold it with finger. Then on upper side, put a brass part and then fit steel part on it, to match perfect, and then tie the screw. That's why I applied the thread lock before assembly. Every screw must be full tightened, because they are all about vibration. One loosened screw can prevent proper operation. Now continue with assembly. Put all together into that plastic. The tooth on plastic is facing toward the head. There are two tiny clips which hold the steel in its place. Upper part fit only in one direction, so you can't fail here. Now everything together slide on its place into steel frame, until the bottom plastic pins fit into hole. And then just place steel cover on. I don't got laser welder, so I do nothing else here. Screw will hold the parts together, but brush may be a bit louder, and handle may got some vibration more. Now I can insert magnetic coil in its place, bend the steel frame back and install two screws, but before tighten them we must set the clearance between magnetic coil and the magnet. I think we also set a power vibration with that. I set them just that much apart that they don't touching. Magnet attract coil a lot, so I put a tiny screwdriver between to hold the position, and then tie the screws into coil. Solder coil wires back to circuit, and then mount the head on its place, but it's last chance to clean them. Now apply 3 lock and screw, put it on its position and tie it well, as every screw. Before I put everything together into housing, I attach the brush and make a test. Yay, the brush vibrated full power now, no matter from which side I make a force. When joining pieces together, be careful on dead plastic hooks. They must fit into steel groove, and then slide it together. Between them install a rubber with a spring, which work like some kind of shock absorber. You can't turn it wrong. Now I clean the bottom of housing. I wipe my brush after every use, but there is still a little mold on the bottom. It'd be better if that bottom part will be only plastic, without rubber. Now just insert whole brush into housing and push in the end, until it's fit to its place, and that's it. I got fully working brush back in game. I know that I didn't show in that video how to fix brush without everything. If you got some of that part broken, you can fix them without parts for sure. But there are a lot of that brush on eBay sell for parts and so on. So if you're like me, who want to fix stuff before throwing away, give it a try. Thanks for watching, like, share and subscribe, and see you next time.